Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be talking about how light helps us to see clearly. Now, for you to see clearly, we have three major things we consider. One, the cornea. That's the curvature of the cornea. The cornea is the clear curved front surface of the eyeball that helps to bend light and focus it. Two, we have the lens. The lens is the transparent part of the eye that also helps to direct the rays of light on a single point on the retina, thereby changing its shape in order to focus on a near object or a distant object. Then we have the axial length of the eyeball. That's the length of the eyeball. So now I'll be taking you through how this light passes through the structures of the eye in order to focus on the retina. Now, when the light enters the cornea bends this light and focuses it. It passes through the ichthyosomer. The ichthyosomer is the clear fluid in the eyes between the cornea and the lens, and it helps to maintain the eye pressure of the eye. Then it goes through the pupil. The pupil is the black opening at the center of the iris. The iris is the colored part of the eyeball. Now, why the pupil is the black opening at the center of the iris. Now, this pupil helps to maintain or helps to control the amount of light rays that enters the eye. Then the lens will then direct these rays of light onto a single point on the retina, thereby changing its shape either to focus on a near object or to focus on a distant object. When the lens focuses this light, it passes through the vitreous humor. The vitreous humor is the jelly-like substance in the eye that helps to maintain the shape of the eyeball. And then when it passes through the vitreous humor, it hits the retina. The retina is like a screen at the back of the eye, where there are photoreceptors that convert these rays of light into electric signals. When they convert it into the electric signals, the optic nerve carries these electric signals and send it to the brain for the brain to interpret. That's when the brain will now interpret it as an image. So you can be able to say, okay, this is who I'm seeing, or this is what I'm seeing. Now, when these rays of light hit before the retina, the patient tends to be myopic, that's short-sightedness, meaning that the length of the eyeball of this patient is longer than normal. So the rays of light tends to hit in front of the retina. But when the rays of light falls behind the retina, it means that this patient is hyperopic, meaning that the length of the eyeball, that's the axial length of the eyeball, is shorter than normal. Then, if the rays of light hit at different points on the retina, we call it astigmatism. This is when patient gets to tell you that I see shadows around things I'm looking at. Or in comical light at night, look a bit scattered. Then we also have age-related changes, that's presbyopia. This is due to age. It's just like the lens in the eye becomes less elastic in nature. Thereby, patient finds it difficult to focus at near objects, or patient finds it difficult to see near things clearly, any close objects clearly. It's just like when you buy rubber band. If you stretch rubber band and allow it, it will still take off that same shape. But when you keep on using this rubber band consistently or constantly, when you keep on using this rubber band frequently, you will find out that the rubber band will start slacking. The same thing goes on the lens in the eyes. When we reach 40 years and above, this lens tries this lens starts losing its elasticity to focus on near objects. That's why some people will tell you, I have been seeing since, but now I can't even read I find it hard to read things in my phone very well. I find it hard to read my Bible. So it's age-related. We also have some systemic changes that affect the way we see, that affects our vision. One, we have diabetes. When your sugar level is high, it affects the lens in the eye. The lens absorbs the fluid and swells up. And when it swells up, it changes the structure of the lens, thereby changing your refractive status. Now, if you're a glass wearer and you find out that your vision is no more as clear as it used to be, and then you know that you're diabetic. Don't be too quick to change your glasses. Check your sugar level. If your sugar level is high, try to work on it. If your sugar level comes back to normal, you will still see with your glasses. Then we also have what we call cataract. Cataract makes the lens cloudy. That means the lens becomes more dense and may swell up, thereby changing the refractive index of the eye or the shape of the lens. So when this happens, your vision becomes blurry. Another thing is cornea scar. When there is a cornea scar, it affects the curvature of the cornea, thereby making the patient to tend towards having astigmatism. We also have what we call pterygium. Pterygium is like a fleshy growth from the conjunctiva onto the cornea. So this pterygium on the cornea causes the cornea to change its shape, thereby causing the patient to be astigmatic. There are other things that also affect our vision, but these are the few that I will mention that are more common in our society. Stay glued to my channel, watch more, click on like, subscribe, comment. If you have any other topic you want me to treat, you can put it on the comment section. See you in my next video. Bye.